Welcome to the Deep Dive, the show where we help you, well, chat like a native.
That's the goal.
And today we're digging into something that seems small but is actually pretty huge for smooth conversations. We're talking about the art of ending conversations gracefully in English. We've all been there, haven't
Oh,
we?
absolutely. That moment.
Yeah, that chat that just goes on and on. Or you really need to leave, but you just can't find the right words. It gets awkward.
Super awkward.
So our mission today is pretty straightforward. Give you the tools, the actual phrases you need to handle those goodbyes, confidently, easily.
Right. No more just sort of backing away slowly.
Exactly. Or that abrupt, okay, bye. That
Yeah.
just feels off. We want to turn those potentially cringy moments into chances to leave people feeling good.
And it's interesting. It goes beyond just like basic politeness, though that's important, of course.
Mhm.
But what's really key here is how a good exit can actually, believe it or not, strengthen your connection with someone. Well, think about it. Our brains tend to remember the beginning and the end of things most clearly, right?
Primacy and recency effect, yeah.
Exactly. So a smooth, polite ending can actually make the whole conversation seem better in hindsight. It shows you respect their time, you value the chat,
And avoids that feeling of being like trapped in the conversation.
precisely, which, can subtly put a dent in a relationship over time. So whether you're at work, hanging out with friends, meeting new people, this is super useful stuff. You can literally start using it today.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit more then. Why does ending a conversation matter so much? It feels like it should be simple.
It seems simple, but the impact is surprisingly big. Like we said, first off, you leave a genuinely positive feeling. That last impression counts.
Right.
Second, and this is crucial, it really shows you value their time and your own time, too. Nobody likes feeling like they're keeping someone or being kept.
That's a big sign of respect, definitely.
Huge. Third, it helps you avoid that, the awkward drag or the sudden uncomfortable silence when nobody knows how to hit the eject button.
We've all felt that silence.
Yeah. And finally, maybe the most important thing for listeners aiming to chat like a native, it preserves relationships, keeps things friendly, prevents misunderstandings. Someone might think you're rude if you just cut out abruptly.
Especially if English isn't your first language, those nuances can be tricky. A polite exit really shows you get the social side of things.
Exactly. It signals fluency beyond just vocabulary and grammar. It's about social competence.
Okay, that totally makes sense. So we understand the why. Now, the how. What are the basic tools we need? The building blocks.
Right. Let's get practical. Think of it like having 3 core strategies or building blocks you can mix and match.
Okay.
First up, use a transition phrase plus a friendly comment. These are your little signal words. Things like, well, or so, or anyway. They gently signal, okay, we're shifting gears here. Then you pair that with something nice about the chat, like, so it's been really great talking with you about this project.
Or maybe, well, I really enjoyed our chat about the weekend. Something like that.
Perfect. Exactly. It's smooth. It steers things towards the end without being harsh.
Got it. Building block 1. What's number 2?
Number 2 is optional, but often really helpful. Give a brief, genuine reason.
Ah, the why you're leaving.
Yeah, but keep it brief. A short, honest explanation makes it feel authentic. Like you're not just trying to escape because you're bored. You actually have something else you need to do.
Makes sense. So it adds a bit of context.
Right. And the key is simple language. No need for a long story. Just, I should probably get back to work now. Or, I've actually got a meeting starting soon.
Okay. Short, sweet, and believable.
Exactly. Just clarifies you have another commitment.
And the third building block.
The third one is about keeping the connection alive. Mentioned a future plan or keep contact open.
So it doesn't feel like a final goodbye.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It keeps things positive, open-ended, shows you valued the interaction and you're open to more.
Like,
Maybe let's try to catch up again soon about that. Or if you're talking to a friend, hey, I'll talk to you later this week. Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
It leaves the door open.
Yeah. Reinforces the positive vibe.
What strikes me about these 3, transition plus comment, brief reason, future plan, is how simple they seem individually.
They are.
But you can easily see how you could combine them in different ways depending on, who you're talking to in the situation. Very adaptable.
That's the idea. They're your core toolkit.
Okay, so we have the building blocks. Now, you mentioned a framework, something to help put these together smoothly.
Yes, exactly. Let's call it the seamless exit framework. It's just a simple structure to make your exit feel really complete and thoughtful. Easy
Oh,
to remember.
okay, I'm ready.
It's got 3 parts. Think, compliment, optional reason, thank you, sign off.
Compliment, reason, thank you.
Yeah.
Got it.
Right. So first, start positive with a compliment or a friendly opening line. Just acknowledging the chat was nice. It sets a good tone.
Mm-hmm.
Then the middle part is your optional reason, maybe introduce with a soft and, like we just talked about. Add that brief context if you need it. Not always essential, but can help.
Okay, the and part.
And finally, wrap it up with a clear thank you or a polite sign-off. Shows gratitude, provides a definite close, leaves that lasting positive feel.
Compliment, optional, and reason. Thank you, sign off. Let's hear it in action.
Okay, here's that example from our sources again, using the framework. Imagine you say, "It's been such a pleasure to catch up."
That's the compliment.
Right. "And I need to check in with a friend."
There's the optional reason, brief.
Exactly. "Thanks for the great conversation. Talk soon."
And the thank you and sign off. Wow, yeah, that flows really well.
See? Compliment, reason, thank you, sign off. It bundles it all together very naturally.
It really does. It doesn't feel rushed at all. Just consider it. Packs a lot of politeness into a short sentence. Okay, so that framework is super helpful. Now, let's get into some specific phrases people can actually, memorize and use because the situation matters, right? Formal, informal.
Oh, definitely. Having a few go-to lines ready is key.
Yeah.
And knowing which one fits the moment makes you sound much more natural. So let's run through 6 common ones.
Okay, lay 'em on us.
All right, first one, super simple, friendly, good for everyday stuff, like a quick chat at work. "It was great talking with you. I should get back to work now."
Nice and direct. Easy.
Yeah, simple, polite, gets the job done. Number 2, maybe with friends or colleagues you actually like and want to see again. "Thanks for the chat. Let's catch up again soon."
Warm leaves it open. I like that.
Third, definitely work appropriate. Very clear, especially if you have a meeting or deadline. "I need to head to a meeting, but I'll talk to you later."
Very professional, gives a solid reason.
Right. Number 4, this one's casual, and it shows you're thinking about their time too, which is nice. "I'll let you get back to it. Have a good one."
Oh, I like that. It shifts the focus. Very considerate.
Yeah, it is. Okay, number 5, sometimes you genuinely can't keep listening. Maybe you're running late, but you want to be polite about cutting it short. "I'd love to hear more, but I'm actually late for work."
Polite refusal with a clear why. Good for escaping politely.
Exactly. And finally, number 6, just casual, friendly for informal spots. "Well, it's wonderful to catch up a bit. I've got to run. See you soon."
Combines that nice transition. Well, a casual reason, gotta run, and a friendly close. Perfect for like a party or something.
Precisely. It hits all the right notes for an informal setting.
Those are fantastic. Really versatile. And you can see how clear they'd be for someone learning the ropes of these social cues. But, there's another piece to this puzzle. It's not just what you say.
It's when.
Exactly. How do you know it's actually time? How do you read the signals that the conversation is kind of naturally winding down?
Ah, yes. Reading the room. Or, well, reading the conversation dynamics. That is absolutely critical. And there are signs, definite clues that things are starting to fade.
Like what?
Well, one big one is repetition. You find yourself or the other person saying the same point again, slightly rephrased, like you've sort of run out of new things to add on that topic.
Okay, yeah. Circling back.
Exactly. Another sign, responses get shorter. Just, yes or okay. Not much elaboration. That often means the conversational energy is dropping.
Less engagement.
Right. And then there's body language. This is huge. Are they checking their phone, starting to fidget, maybe looking past you, or even taking a small step back?
Shifting their weight, looking around the room.
All classic signs of disengagement. They might not even realize they're doing it consciously.
Good point.
So when you spot those cues, that's your moment. It's actually polite, socially smart to recognize that and then use one of your exit lines. Don't wait for the awkward silence to descend.
Act on the cues before it gets weird.
Exactly. That anticipation, that awareness is a big part of navigating these situations smoothly. It's part of becoming really well-informed socially.
Okay, so we have the phrases, the framework, and now we know how to spot the right time. But what about the delivery? How do we make sure we actually sound natural, like we mean it, not like we're just reciting a line?
That's the final polish, isn't it? And it's
Yeah.
vital. How
Yeah.
you say it matters just as much. So a few tips here. First, think about using indirect language and softeners.
What do you mean by softeners?
Things like, instead of a very direct statement, maybe phrasing it slightly less abruptly, like, "I was wondering if," or just using words like maybe, perhaps, just a little. It just softens the edges. Makes it sound less like a command and more like a polite suggestion or observation.
Okay, less blunt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Second, and this sounds basic, but don't underestimate it, use please and thank you. Seriously, sprinkle them in. They're small words with massive impact on politeness and sounding natural.
Simple but effective. Got it.
And third, and this is maybe the trickiest, but most important for sounding truly fluent, intonation. How your voice goes up and down.
Ah, the music of the language.
Kind of, yeah. Generally for questions, your voice tends to go up a little at the end, right? Makes it sound open, friendly.
Mm-hmm.
For statements, especially when you're concluding, your voice should generally go down at the end. It conveys sincerity, finality. It signals gently but clearly, okay, this part is finished.
Up for questions, down for closing statements.
That's a good rule of thumb. And honestly, the best advice here is to practice. Say these phrases out loud. Record yourself maybe. Hear how you sound. Get comfortable with them so they roll off the tongue naturally. That's how you really internalize it.
Makes total sense. Practice makes perfect, or at least much more natural. Okay, let's tie it all together. Can we walk through a couple of quick scenarios, see how these techniques play out in real-ish time?
Absolutely. Let's do scenario A. You're chatting with a coworker. Maybe it starts like, person A says, it's really nice catching up with you. And person B replies, yeah, same here. Pretty standard.
Okay.
Now, person A needs to leave. Using our tools, they might say, well, I should probably get back to my to-do list.
Transition, well, brief reason.
Right. I'll talk to you later, though. Thanks. Have a good afternoon.
Future plan, thank you. Closing, nice. Ticks all the boxes. Smooth.
Exactly. Respectful, clear, positive. Now, scenario B, maybe online with a friend, chatting away. Person A starts with, so happy we had time to chat. Person B, me too.
Okay, friendly opening.
Then person A needs to go. Hey, I've actually got to go now. My family's just arriving.
Brief reason.
Mm-hmm. Can we talk again tomorrow, maybe?
Suggests future contact, keeps it open.
All right. And B says, perfect. Sounds good. Bye. Easy, warm, clear.
Okay, one more. Let's do that tricky networking event scenario. You're talking to someone, but you really need to move on and meet other people. How do you escape that gracefully?
Ah, the classic networking escape. Okay, so maybe person A has been explaining something, and that's why the market is shifting. Person B says,
Wow, that's really fascinating.
you're engaged, but you need an out. All right, so person A could say, well, John, if you know the name, it's been really insightful discussing this.
Compliment and transition.
I just spotted a couple of colleagues I need to quickly catch before they head out.
Plausible, brief reason tailored to the context.
Exactly. But hey, let's definitely exchange cards. I'd love to continue this conversation another time.
Concrete future action keeps the professional door open. Very smooth.
Precisely. It acknowledges the value, gives a reason, and proposes a next step without being dismissive, polite, and effective.
Fantastic example. So really, the takeaway for you, our listener, is clear, isn't it? By using these kinds of structured phrases, by paying attention to those subtle cues when a conversation is fading, and by focusing on a natural, polite delivery, you really can end any chat confidently. No more awkward shuffling away.
Yeah, it's about taking control of the ending gracefully. And like we said, this goes beyond just ending a chat. It's about sharpening your social skills, your communication intuition. It makes your interactions from hello to goodbye feel more positive and connected.
It really empowers you to navigate those tricky social moments. So, here's a final thought to leave you with. Think about how many times maybe an interaction felt a little off. Not because of the main conversation, but purely because of how it ended.
That awkward exit.
Yeah. Consider the last time you felt stuck. How might one of these phrases, or just noticing that subtle shift in body language a bit earlier, have changed that entire feeling? Something to ponder.
Definitely food for thought.
While armed with these strategies, you are now much better equipped to handle those conversational endings like a native. Thanks so much for joining us for this deep dive. Go out there and practice.